What's the nation? Summer number 18. Welcome back to Football Trends with me, QB. Now, guys, I had to re-record this video just for the purpose of winning because I've had a couple of situations, in the load reduction, which it's a whole process. It's something that I do not want to bother you with because those are my problems. Now, going back to Kaizer, we do have some things that we need to talk about, especially Ethan Chislett. We also have Kaizer Soshinga. We do also have Brendan Peterson on today's video, guys, which is interesting. Obviously, last we had 2-0 about Ethan Chislett and Kaizer Soshinga might feature on that game that we played against the Stellenbosch for the Nedbank Cup. Unfortunately, they were not there, and as you can see, Abachita, they were just saying things to make us happy. But anyways, getting back to this latest new video or the update that you need to know about, I will start with Ethan Chislett. Now, Ethan Chislett has officially broken his silence in terms of what inspired him to join Kaizer Chiefs. Now, Ethan Chislett has been a player for us from last year, ever since his signing, but unfortunately, he has not yet made his debut, his official debut for Kaizer Chiefs. He has played friendly games, but for the official one, I don't know what is happening. Mchita has not yet played, but other than that, he did talk about what inspired his move, and here it is.
A few people have been asking what inspired my move back to South Africa. It's similar to why we brought Jogger here. Like, we've got a connection here, and I'm not sure how much you guys know, but my granddad and dad used to play here. I wanted to kind of continue the legacy and build on the legacy, if that makes sense, through Jogger and through my own football career. Obviously got the opportunity in the summer to start speaking to Chiefs. There were other clubs, but to be honest with you, it didn't really faze me. I wanted to play for Chiefs for obviously for myself, for the club, and for my family. It was just a massive achievement and opportunity for me, and one that I'm looking forward to exciting people and bring what I can on the pitch and off the pitch.
And then also, guys, moving on, we do have Kaizer Soshinga, which is a player who also has not yet made his official debut for Kaizer Chiefs. Now, to be honest with you guys, this player is a quality player, is someone I feel like even the last game that we played, he could have helped a lot. Now, not saying the players that we had last game are bad players, hear me correctly. With the system that we played, actually I did not want us to talk about their game, but then definitely with the system that we played of the 3-5-2 formation, it was difficult for Abomako and Monyana, to be able to do their full responsibility or a job because of how we were playing. And I don't understand, but I feel like we've played this formation before against the Sundowns while we still had Coach Nasruddin Nabi, and it worked very well. And then Maj recently, I think we played it on the CAF, and then it did not work for us, but then we continue to do it again. And don't get me wrong, guys, this formation gave us a lot of chances. We've created about 4 or 5 chances, clear chances, which those are clear-cut chances, one-on-one versus the keeper. But unfortunately, things did not go according to plan. And I understand a lot of people are mad and frustrated with Umduduzi Shabalala, but also we have to understand where he's coming from. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. I know you guys are going to eat him up alive. But I understand, when a player is not performing at his level best, we tend to question that player. And if he's consistently doing that, then it becomes a problem, because it looks like he's not improving from, all those previous games that he played, and he was supposed to improve. He could have even easily scored a brace on that game that we played against the Stellenbosch FC, but unfortunately it didn't happen that way. 2 of the balls that he received through passes coming from Flavio da Silva, and then also the third one was coming from Gaston Sereno, which, by the way, as I've said before or mentioned before, Gaston Sereno was playing, he had a good game, obviously. And with the rest of the other players now, Babachita, it was not too bad. It was just the formation not working out for them, because at the end of the day, it is a formation that we are not used to. So it requires a lot of work from the players, from what they usually do. So you saw target Menuet, which is Flavio da Silva, coming back, tracking back to defend, which obviously it ended up costing us a penalty. What he did to Tom Loisanada was very, very, unfortunate, but anyways, it happened. So these are the kind of things that I feel like if we are playing football, and because remember, there was a system that Coach Nabi said, no, I'm not going to change my system. Rather, I would play my system and hope Uti I can get, I did not say it this way, but he was hoping to get the best quality from the players, in terms of that lineup that he wanted to use, or the system that he wanted to use, the DNA that he wanted to leave behind for Kaizer Chiefs. I feel like he wanted to do the similar thing that was done by Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, one of the best coaches for me. But anyways, things did not work out that way. Bashashe Bamsusa, because they felt like he's arrogant, he's not doing what they want, which is another story for another day. So, as I was saying, guys, it's understandable. It's understandable, and I get that we're frustrated. But moving forward, we need to make sure that we go back, or we stick to what was working for us. We can experiment on games as you. It's okay. Lena, it's a small team. Let's say we advance through La Nedbank Cup, and then we're playing maybe a small team, like Gomora or something like that, teams that are not on the top flight, and then Nayo, and then beat that team. It would have made sense for us to experiment, but then we experimented with a team that is playing PSL, and as I said before, this thing might work for us, it might also work against us, and that is what happened. So let's try to make sure that we play smart. Yes, I understand we're not gonna fight for beautiful football, but then if we are playing for our results, then we should be smart about it, not just to play. You understand? And then we have Kaizer Shinga, which, as I've said, I would have loved to see him. He's been working out on his fitness levels. Big ups to him. I'm hoping with the day actually chance corner, because one thing I know about him is when he's going to get his chance, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for other players to be able to get that spot on the left back position, because he's in hybrid. He's a quality player. He is a left wing back, which it could have made more sense for us to use him rather than to use Omako. But anyways, it happened, and Shaile, we cannot look on the past, but we can move forward. We are playing this Sunday. I think it's Sunday on the 8th of December. Is it Sunday? Yes, Sunday. We are playing on the for Elon have Confederation, so we need to be prepared, fully prepared for that game, and hopefully we can try to make sure that we get maximum points. You see, even this game that is coming, we cannot experiment. It's a game that we need to make sure that we get a win. You understand? So, fans, we are taking Brendan Peterson on the game that we played, and here's a video. Well, to be honest with you guys, I do not fully agree or support what was happening in terms of Brendan Peterson in the field of play. To be honest with you guys, Brendan Peterson did his job. He did exceptionally well. He made some beautiful saves in a corner, but then those ones that he couldn't save, it was just, the goal from David Titus, that was a beautiful goal, and then the penalty, it could have gone anywhere. You understand? The penalty, we know it's a 50-50 chance. Angal saver, bangam kora. So I don't understand why someone decided to splash water on a Brendan Peterson. Clearly that person is not a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, because if you are, then you know, or you've seen what Brendan Peterson was doing in the field of play that day. So definitely this is something that I do not condone. Nangajani, I feel like we need to step back and give the players, the respect that they deserve. But anyways, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you later on with something new, if ever I do have something new. And by the way, I do have a new channel, guys. Actually, it's a channel of automotive cars. If you're interested on it, I will post the link to it khona la kuma post la YouTube, so that you can be able to follow and join me when we start looking for cars. But anyways, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time seeing Football Trends with QP. I hope to see you later on with something new. Peace.